It was just so impressive how many people from so many different parts of the world came together to fight for women's rights and reproductive rights, and
They're coming back.
I felt really empowered. I felt inspired and hopeful for the future, like that was just the first step of many to come, and it was wonderful. Probably I saw a few signs that said only dicks are afraid of powerful chicks, and so I'd probably make a sign that said something along those lines.
That's good.
Yeah, it was just, I was blown away by the power that was there, and just how everyone was speaking out against Trump and just misogynistic men, and it was, so I feel very hopeful for the future.
And so you're self-engaging in?
I think I will definitely engage in more marches because those seem to be grabbing people's attention the most, and especially like this weekend with all the marches against Trump's immigration law, and just I loved the experience that I had in Montpelier, and so I'd love to keep doing things like that.
And in terms of
it was a really cool experience. It was my first protest, and it was amazing to be part of something that I guess was worldwide thing. But well, I guess so. I'm not sure how to explain it. That we have to stand up for ourselves, but we also have to remember that some people have gone through a lot more than that.
those lines, so it's
Yeah.
not me talking.
I guess that it's for like people of color and indigenous people. It's like these entitled white women are getting a little glimpse of what it's been like for them their whole lives. Well, it was really cool to be part of this giant mass of people that were gathering together to stand up for what they believed in, and I definitely felt like a part of all of it. That was really cool. And that was really cool. And then there are some I'm with her, and then arrows pointing all around, and you work for us now, and silence equals violence and stuff like that. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, I saw one. There was this big banner that said, "Will you represent everyone, LGBTQ and immigrants and Muslims and stuff like that." And I thought that was really cool, something like that. But then also incorporate climate change, because that's also a really big issue. So I think something like that would be. People showed up and how much it meant to everybody to be there, and also it was eye-opening in what I just talked about earlier, about how I read this one article where an indigenous woman was there, and people were like other women who were protesting for their rights were making rude and racist remarks about them. So that was also kind of eye-opening, that people are protesting for themselves, which is very good, but then they can be so ignorant of other people stories.
You mean to just kind of be in that, maybe we'd call it a heart space or something, with somebody else, where you realize that these are people who you don't come across in Vermont,
Yeah.
or in your daily, and here they are. You're standing next to them. You are marching next to them.
Yes, exactly.
So would that be like just say more of a sense of solidarity with people you wouldn't
Yeah, to be connecting with people and like working toward the same goal as people who you wouldn't in your daily life usually be around.
Mm.
I'm not completely sure. I think the first step is to always be aware of not just what I was saying earlier, like to be aware of not just what concerns and affects you directly, but also what affects people around you, and then also to be like to if there's another march locally, go to it, or like when things happen like the immigration ban, like protest and things like that, and to always be aware and keep up with what's going on in the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to be well informed.
Yeah.
And
A lot of the time, like my parents and my sister will be talking and I'll just be listening, but that's also really interesting because I'm not sure how to say it, because I'm gaining information, and like it's also good to be able to listen to what other people have to say, so that's important, and also to be able, it helps me like process things more, and like they'll mention things that I hadn't thought of and stuff like that.
I don't know, there was about like 250,000 more people than they thought were going to come, so it was super surprising that there was that amount of people coming together unexpectedly together, and the amount of kindness. I don't think I had any bad interactions. I think there was like incredible kindness and community and courage out of everybody, so that's kind of a highlight feeling, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, I'm definitely.
Some family next to us that was marching too, and they had signs that were like, thank you for supporting us and thank you for marching us. And we had a conversation, me and our group had a conversation with them, just like showing how much, telling them that we really do support them, and the people that are against their people are a minority really, and how many people came together. So we had a pretty meaningful conversation with them about just their situation and how courage and community and hope is strong still.
Pink hats.
Yeah, sea of signs, pink hats, different everything. Yeah, there was so many different cool shirts. I had a sweatshirt on that said "A woman's place is in the House and the Senate." There were all the kinds of things like that, and lots of pink hats and shirts and everything.
So how did that?
I felt kind of like we all were dedicated. We all got the same thing, all showing what we stand for with this, hat. Like, it was something that was pretty powerful to see everybody coming together with the same thoughts and feelings, and showing that they have that with something like a clothing item. So yeah, it was pretty cool to see all that. You can't comb over sexism, which I thought was funny, and because Donald Trump kind of combs over his hair. Also, let's think. I don't know. There was lots of really. There's moving ones and there's funny ones. I don't know. There's lots of references to Star Wars and the Hamilton musical. Like immigrants, we get the job done. This is not a moment, it's a movement. Stuff like that. There are references to pop culture that people are using for a movement and a moment like this. So, just kind of that hope is still alive. No, like nothing is really changed. There's still so many people that are passionate about what they believe in, and me and my small state and classroom aren't alone in kind of not
agreeing with our new president. It was pretty. I was left with lots of energy and hope and excitement for what's to come, and that it's not, nothing is one thing. You know, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's like,
Well, how would
Yeah.
you like to?
kind of just getting involved in everything you can possibly. Like, if there's any other march in the future or anything of that kind of sort, you really, every little bit helps showing support for what you believe. And so I feel energized to be part of more of my own community, not just community with politics, but, you know, kind of being involved in our great town we have, and seeing always, I don't know, like, kind of just the feeling that there's so much more I could do, like, I'm not done, and I just getting as involved as possible. I don't know. Yeah.